Ever wondered why cornbread is a holiday staple? Well, it's because this golden delight is more than just a bread. It's a cherished tradition and symbol of warmth and comfort, and a delicious addition to any festive feast. From the cozy gatherings of Thanksgiving to the joyous celebrations of Christmas, cornbread has a special place at the table in countless homes across the United States and beyond. The beauty of cornbread lies not only in its rich, savory flavor, but also in its cultural significance. It's a testament to our agricultural roots and a nod to the simple, hearty meals of our ancestors. Today, we're going to dive into the world of cornbread, exploring its charm and versatility. We're not just talking about it, though. We're making it. From gathering the ingredients to pulling a fresh loaf out of the oven, we'll guide you through each step of the process. Stay tuned to learn the simple yet delicious process of making cornbread. To make cornbread, you'll need a few essential ingredients. First up, we have cornmeal, the star of the show, imparting a rich, earthy flavor that is unmistakably cornbread. Next, we need some all-purpose flour to balance out the cornmeal and give our bread its structure. A touch of sugar sweetens the deal, while baking powder ensures our bread rises to the occasion. A pinch of salt is all it takes to enhance the flavors. Now let's talk about the wet ingredients. Fresh milk is essential for a moist and tender crumb. Then we have eggs, which serve as our binding agent and also contribute to the bread's golden color. And last but certainly not least, we have butter. Because let's be honest, what's bread without butter? It adds a wonderful richness and helps give our cornbread a beautiful, crisp crust. Now that we have our ingredients ready, it's time to start baking. The first step in making cornbread is preparing the batter. Now let's dive into the heart of cornbread making, the batter preparation. This process is the linchpin of our bread's texture and flavor, so let's do it right. We start with our dry ingredients. In a large bowl, whisk together 1.5 cups of cornmeal, half a cup of all-purpose flour, 4 teaspoons of baking powder, and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. This blend of cornmeal and flour ensures a good balance of corn flavor and bread-like texture, while the baking powder gives our bread its signature rise. Next up, the wet ingredients. In a separate bowl, combine 1 cup of milk, 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and 2 large eggs. The milk and eggs add moisture and richness, while the oil keeps our bread tender and moist. Beat these together until they're well mixed. Now it's time for the magic to happen. Pour your wet mixture into your dry ingredients. Stir gently until just combined. Remember, overmixing can lead to a tough and dense bread. We're aiming for a batter that's smooth yet slightly lumpy, a sign that we've mixed enough to incorporate everything, but not so much that we've overworked the batter. Once we have our batter ready, let's add a little flair. If you're feeling adventurous, you can stir in some extras like sweet corn kernels, jalapenos, or even some shredded cheese. These add-ins provide a delightful surprise in every bite and make our cornbread even more special. And there you have it, folks, a perfectly prepared cornbread batter. It's a simple process, but it's one that requires a bit of care and attention to detail. By understanding the roles of each ingredient and taking care not to overmix, we've set the stage for a cornbread that is tender, moist, and bursting with flavor. With our batter ready, we're one step closer to enjoying our delicious cornbread. Now comes the exciting part, baking. First things first, let's preheat our oven. The ideal temperature is 375 degrees Fahrenheit. It's important to give the oven time to reach this temperature, so let's go ahead and start that now. Remember, baking is a science and precision is key. Preheating the oven ensures that our cornbread will bake evenly and rise properly. While our oven is warming up, let's turn our attention to the baking dish. We're going to lightly grease it to prevent our cornbread from sticking. You can use butter or cooking spray, whichever you prefer. The goal here is to create a non-stick surface, not to add flavor, so there's no need to go overboard. Now that our dish is ready, it's time to pour in the batter. You'll notice that our batter is thick and creamy. That's because we've mixed it just right. Pour the batter into the pan, smoothing it out as you go. Make sure it's evenly distributed across the dish. This is crucial, as it will help our bread bake uniformly. Once the oven has reached the desired temperature and our batter is snug in its dish, it's time to bake. We're going to place our dish in the oven, set a timer for 25 minutes, and wait. But don't wander off too far. Baking requires a watchful eye. We want our cornbread to have a golden brown crust and a soft, moist center. And that's it, folks. Our cornbread is now baking, transforming from a simple batter into a delicious treat. The smell of baking cornbread will soon fill your kitchen, a fragrant reminder of the magic happening inside your oven. Just remember, baking times can vary slightly depending on your oven, so keep an eye on your bread, especially during the last few minutes. If the top is browning too quickly, you can lightly cover it with foil. And just like that, our cornbread is in the oven. But why exactly is cornbread a holiday favorite? Cornbread has a rich history that adds to its holiday charm. This humble dish, made with simple ingredients, has roots that go deep into the history of the United States, particularly in the South, where it's cherished as a symbol of home and comfort. Let's take a step back in time. Corn, or maize, was a staple crop for Native Americans long before Europeans arrived on the continent. When settlers came, they were introduced to this versatile grain and began incorporating it into their diets. Corn was easy to grow and harvest, making it an invaluable resource in the challenging New World. The earliest version of cornbread was a simple mixture of cornmeal and water, cooked over an open fire, a far cry from the fluffy, golden loaves we're familiar with today. But as time went on, cornbread evolved, taking on regional variations and becoming a staple on dinner tables across the country. In the South, cornbread became a symbol of home and comfort. It was often baked in a cast-iron skillet, giving it a distinctive, crispy crust that's still loved today. It was served with meals, used as a side dish, or crumbled into a glass of cold milk as a simple, satisfying dessert. But cornbread isn't just a tasty dish, it's a cultural touchstone. It tells a story of resilience and resourcefulness, of making do with what's available and turning it into something delicious and comforting. It's a dish that's deeply intertwined with the history of a nation, and that deep-rooted history adds a layer of significance to every bite. Over the years, cornbread has become a holiday staple, gracing tables at Thanksgiving, Christmas, and other special occasions. Its warm, comforting presence is a reminder of home, of family, and of shared history. It's a dish that's both humble and festive, perfect for a holiday feast. So, while our bread bakes, we can appreciate the warmth and history it brings to our holiday table. Apart from being delicious, cornbread also offers some health benefits. It's not just a comfort food, it's also a powerhouse of nutrients. One of the prime benefits of cornbread is its high fiber content. Fiber is essential for digestive health, and it helps keep you feeling full, which can prevent overeating. Moreover, the main ingredient in cornbread, cornmeal, is loaded with vitamins and minerals. It provides essential nutrients like iron, which helps your body produce energy, and magnesium, which is crucial for nerve and muscle function. It's also a good source of antioxidants, which can help protect your body from damage by free radicals. And let's not forget, cornbread is low in fat and cholesterol, making it a heart-healthy choice. This makes it a great alternative to other breads that may be higher in calories and less nutritious. So not only is cornbread a tasty holiday treat, but it's also a healthy one. As you can see, making cornbread is a simple process with a delicious outcome. All you need are a few ingredients from your pantry, a hot oven, and a little bit of time. You start gathering your ingredients, mixing them together to form a batter, and then baking it to golden perfection. Not only is this bread a scrumptious addition to your holiday table, but it's also packed with essential nutrients from the cornmeal. This humble bread has a rich history, tracing its roots back to Native American cultures and sustaining generations of people with its hearty, nourishing goodness. It's more than just a side dish, it's a symbol of resilience and resourcefulness. So the next time you're preparing for a feast, remember this easy recipe and the rich history of cornbread. Don't forget to subscribe for more how-to guides. Happy baking!